My fire, the one desire me when I say.
Nick, now you're on a world tour, and the amount of countries you visited is impressive. And you also visited Shanghai. So, what's your impression of China and the city?
This has been such a really cool time um, here again in China because we never really spend a lot of time here. We come in with the Backstreet Boys and we'll do a show and then we have to go really fast. You know, we do these pretty big shows, but on my Who I Am tour that I'm on right now, it's a little bit more smaller and intimate. So, and I specifically asked, I said, I want to spend a little bit more time in China. Um, you have some days off to go do things, you know, and so I basically opened my schedule up to be able to go out and go to a basketball game, you know, go visit temples, you know, go have some really amazing local cuisine at like hot pot places, you know, just really just kind of embrace like the culture a little bit more and just experience it. And so it's been a lot of fun for me.
Oh, good. So you have a free time. I think it's such a lucky chance, right? Because usually on tour people don't have time for this. So you tried the Chinese cuisine.
Yes, I have. And like the hot pot, always been a big fan of noodles anyways back home, so I always eat a lot of soups. And so, you know, I can get soup for breakfast over here, you know, I could get like so it's just yeah, the cuisine has been great. Yesterday we were in Hangzhou and we went to a basketball game for the Lions and so I sat on the side of the court. I played with the local team there, and I warmed up with them, and yeah, I've just been just doing a lot of active activities and things out there.
Who I am sounds like a very personal title. What is the story behind the idea of this tour?
The Who I Am tour is a journey where I'm using music as sort of the story of my life. So I take songs and I tell a story through those lyrics of those songs, starting from when I was born, January 28, 1980, when I was a child. Um, there's music that inspired me you know to love music and and so I listened to all that music up to when I met the Backstreet Boys at the age of 12 years old and and so that inspired me to be who I am. And then my life changed. I started to make music for fans, and I became an artist or whatever. And that's when you know, so that is a story too as well. So we do those songs, and then also I perform a lot of solo songs that I've written. And most recently, the past couple of years, I've been pouring my heart out into a lot of these solo songs and kind of you know, using them as a means of, it's very therapeutic for me. It's you know, it's helping me with things that I've gone through in my life. And so I'll perform those songs as well in the show. And yeah, so the Who I Am tour is, if you only know me from the Backstreet Boys, well, you get an opportunity to come and see this and see the things that I love, the stories that I tell, who I am, essentially.
What did you discover in yourself during this tour? Because you traveled around the whole world, and every city gives some new story and helps to discover something in yourself. What did you discover who you
Yeah.
are during the tour?
Well, a good question. I discovered that, you know, that, you know, I can say things that I want to say so badly that, you know, I've held inside. I can experiment with music with the guitar or try, you know, write a song put that song in the show, perform it, with no restrictions, and just kind of just see how the audience feels. A perfect example would be there's a song that I have written that I'm going to put out called Stages. And I just decided, okay, because I'm going to put it out in the next like week or so, um, that I, um, that I could just, I said, okay, I talked to my and musical director in my show. I said, let's just put it in the show and see see how the audience likes it. Obviously we were trying it in here in China, and so you kind of get like this, you get a feel for how they, do they like it or not? Is the energy there? Does it bring them up? Can you know, see them? Can you visually see them? Um, how does it translate really in a lot of ways? And they've been liking it a lot. So I can just do things that I wouldn't normally do. So to answer the question about it, it helps to reinstate who I am as an artist. I discover that I can take chances, and also stay fresh for when I go back to the Backstreet Boys and we do our Sphere residency coming up.
And any chance to see you in new projects with Backstreet Boys in the future?
Well, yeah, well, that's what the most recent thing that we are doing is the Sphere in Las Vegas. It is a very amazing show venue that is called Sphere, and it is we just put it on sale about a week or so ago. It's doing really well, thankfully, and yeah, it's just this. We're taking our show to this next level, and only this venue can do that. With the content that we put in it, with the show that we will present, it will be a pretty incredible experience for fans of the Backstreet Boys and also people who just want a visual, immersive experience. So that's what we're doing with Backstreet Boys right now.
You started your career at a very early age, and if you look back at that time, what would you tell young Nick Carter from who you are now?
Well, like I said, when you start at the age of 12, 13, there's no handbook. You don't know how to, you don't know what you're doing. I just enjoyed the performance, enjoyed I just loved being an entertainer and the feeling that I got from that. So if I was to look back, and tell my younger self something, I would just say, just hang on for the ride of your life because there's going to be ups and downs and you're going to have to just continue to stay strong.
And what helps you to stay strong and energized? Because it's such a huge pressure to be on a world tour, right? You have concerts almost every day.
Rest, and make sure I try to get much rest as possible. But also my family, my kids, my children, knowing that I have them and knowing that that's what I work for, as a provider and as a father. Um, those things keep me going strong. And also, like, I just love what I do still to this day. I love performing. I love, like, the Backstreet Boys are a family. They're my family. And so when we do start new things, um, new, fresh, exciting things, those kind of lift me up and make me excited.
We are in Shanghai, we are Chinese media. What is your message to your Chinese fans?
Um, well, I think my message is, I love it so much here. I never, we know that we have fans here, but I didn't know how passionate they really were, how how much they know about us, and from my perspective, just as an individual and a solo artist, I would love to be able to put out more music here, do collaboration with, local Chinese artists, put out an album, um, do more concerts here, do more things, and just be here more. I just love it. So um, if they continue to call on me, I'll continue to come back.
I said, now go